In the year 1096, when the thunderous call of the Crusades reverberated through Europe, a young French knight named Giovanni de Montpellier answered the summons. With a heart ablaze with fervor and a mind clouded by religious dogma, he embarked on a journey that was not just a march towards Jerusalem, but a descent into the labyrinthine depths of his own soul, as the Crusader army carved its path through unforgiving landscapes. Giovanni found himself embroiled in a maelstrom of violence and despair. The clash of steel echoed through every sun-scorched canyon, painting the land with cries of agony and the metallic tang of spilled blood. Yet, amidst the cacophony, a discordant note began to resonate within Giovanni, a gnawing doubt that chipped away at the edifice of his unwavering faith. He witnessed not only the might of Christian arms, but also the suffering inflicted upon innocent souls caught in the crossfire of zeal. His doubts reached a crescendo when, grievously wounded in a skirmish, he was left for dead on the sands of a sun-baked battlefield. His vision blurred, the scent of dust and blood cloying him. He surrendered to the icy grip of despair, but at the edge of oblivion, a hand reached out, pulling him back into the realm of the living. This hand belonged not to a fellow crusader, but to Malik, a Muslim healer whose eyes held the wisdom of ancient scriptures and the empathy of 1,000 healers. Malik's touch did not just stitch Giovanni's wounds shut. It stitched together the tattered fragments of his soul as Giovanni convalesced in Malik's tent. A tapestry of understanding was woven. Malik regaled him with tales of his vibrant homeland, his voice imbued with the lilt of the desert wind and the wisdom of age-old poets. Giovanni, in turn, spoke of the Crusaders' aspiration, their unwavering belief in their chosen path. Each man offered the other a window into their worlds, challenging preconceived notions and chipping away at the walls of prejudice. Through moonlit conversations and shared meals, Giovanni discovered not just the richness of another culture, but also the profound echo of common values. He saw reflected in Malik's eyes the same yearnings for peace, the same love for family, the same yearning for a world where faith did not beget bloodshed. Malik, in turn, glimpsed in Giovanni not just a crusader, but a fellow human struggling with the burden of religious indoctrination. The seeds of understanding sown in this oasis of tolerance began to bloom as Giovanni recovered. He saw the scars of war etched not just on his own body, but on the lives of the Muslim villagers who bore the brunt of the Crusaders' fury. He witnessed the suffering of mothers who had lost sons, the despair of children orphaned by the conflict. His heart, once hardened by righteous zeal, softened with empathy when they finally stood before the looming walls of Jerusalem. It was not with swords drawn, but with hands outstretched. Their bond, forged in the crucible of adversity, had become a torch illuminating the path of peace. Together, they pleaded with their own communities, urging them to lay down arms and embrace understanding. This plea, however, fell on ears hardened by years of animosity. Both Christians and Muslims scoffed at their audacity, branding them heretics and traitors. Giovanni and Malik faced ostracization, threats, and even attempts on their lives. Giovanni and Malik faced ostracization, threats, and even attempts on their lives. Giovanni, leveraging his noble lineage, appealed to his fellow knights, weaving tales of Malik's kindness and the beauty of Islamic culture. Malik, with his gentle wisdom, preached tolerance and understanding within his own village, urging them to see beyond the differences and recognize the shared humanity that bound them all. Their tireless efforts, like gentle raindrops softening hardened soil, began to bear fruit. Slowly, hearts began to thaw. Skeptics found their doubts dispelled by Giovanni's genuine enthusiasm for Malik's culture. Crusaders, weary of violence, saw in their bond a glimmer of hope for a different path. Muslims, touched by Malik's unwavering hope, began to view the Crusaders with newfound empathy. As the tide of acceptance rose, Giovanni and Malik stood once more before the walls of Jerusalem, not as outsiders seeking conquest, but as brothers seeking unity. In a grand gesture of defiance against hatred, they embraced, their silhouettes etched against the setting sun, a symbol of love and understanding that transcended the boundaries of faith. Jerusalem, once a battleground stained with blood, became a vibrant tapestry of cooperation. Christians and Muslims learned to work together, to celebrate each other's festivals, to mourn each other's losses. The city, illuminated by the beacon of peace they had ignited, became a testament to the transformative power of empathy and understanding.